If you find the content relevant, then do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the bell button to get a regular notification. Also do share your experiences and any suggestions that you have in the comment box. Hope you enjoyed. Hi. So basically I'm creating a video to help you understand how do you practice a con section. So a lot of people are confused and what to do. And when we talk about practice, how do we practice? So people tell practice, but what to do in a practice session? So what happens is the syllabus is over. So let us look at what should you practice so that you improve your score in the con section. So what is important for practice? One is when you're practicing, obviously you should spend more time on questions that have a higher weightage. So any question that have a higher weightage, spend more time on that. That helps, right? Because obviously the question that is more likely to come in the exam, you would want to spend more time on it, and less time you would want to spend less time on it. So in that case, it makes sense to spend more time on whichever is higher weightage. Try to solve mixed sums as far as possible, because in the examination you will get mixed sums. You don't not going to get topic wise sums. So your mind should be trained in such a way that they should be able to move from one topic to next topic. Mixed sums. The moment your mind is trained to move from one topic to the second topic, it becomes easier, because when you solve syllabus, you are going to one topic. But now you should be able to solve from one to second topic, and therefore mixed sums are important. Selection of questions are very important for CAT. So, and you should not leave it for the mock. Do it when you're practicing. So when you're practicing itself, you should be able to identify easy questions. The moment you're able to identify easy questions, half your work is done in the CAT. So that you do every time when you practice, ensure that you practice selection of questions. It's very important to do that. Try to solve some with good methods. If you really want to improve your score in the con section, the methods have to be good, and you have to learn new methods. It's never late to learn new methods, good methods. You can do that almost 15 days till the examination. You can keep on learning good methods and implementing it. So try to solve sums. Make a habit of solving in good methods. Because it's not only important to know good methods, but it's very important to create a habit of solving them. A lot of people know good methods, but they're not able to implement it because they don't have a habit. And in the exam under time pressure, we'll always do something which we are habituated to. So create a habit of solving good using good methods. Also try to find alternate methods to solve. Because in the examination, you need to be a little flexible while solving. If you cannot solve by one method, you should be able to solve by some other method. I mean, flexibility is important. Because what happens, the questions that come in the exam are a little twisted. And having that flexibility to solve normally helps. So have that alternate methods to solve. How do you solve? So I normally prefer picking up questions from the mocks, because mocks will normally represent the CAT exam in terms of weightage for different sections. So pick up some 5 questions to 10 questions from mock at a time and practice. So how do you pick up questions from the mocks and practice? Okay, first they are mixed. So as I said, the first criteria was that I want to solve questions with a higher weightage, and because we're picking questions from the mocks, automatically the questions with a higher weightage will solve more questions. Questions with a lower weightage will solve less questions. And because mocks have mixed questions, we'll be picking up mixed con questions. So pick up 5 to 10 mixed con questions for practice. Spend 10 to 20 seconds on each question. Okay, this is for selection, and mark it as easy, medium, tough. So every question that you practice, you should do that. Remember, selection of questions is very important, and you should build your selection criteria as and when you practice questions. So maybe have a book where you write your selection criteria. So if this is the case, I will leave a question. This is the case, I will solve a question. How will you mark easy? How will you mark medium? So that criteria is very important. So every time you solve a question, please mark as easy, medium, tough. Important. Once you finish that, try to solve the question without pen for 2 minutes. Why without pen? Because normally what happens, when we use a pen, we go back to traditional method that we learned in school. When we do it without pen, we try to find out good methods to solve. Can we use using options? Can we substitute value? Also, it creates a habit. Remember one thing that we said, habit creation is important. So when you solve without pen, we break the habit of trying to solve by traditional methods, and we try to inculcate habit of trying to solve by better methods. So try to solve questions without pen for 2 minutes only. Okay, this is only in practice. Maybe in actual mock we'll use pen, but in practice, start with practice, not solving without pen. Okay, Then maybe once you get used to practice, then maybe you can use that in the mock. But in the mocks, it will be mixed. So some question you can solve without pen, some question you have to solve with pen. Try to mix it up. If you don't get to solve without pen, don't get the answer, then solve with pen. If you get the answer without pen, then don't worry. Directly go to the explanatory answer and go ahead. But if you don't get the answer without pen, then try to solve with pen. There's one more advantage of trying to solve without pen. You tend to understand the question better. You try to understand the question better, because without understanding the question, you will not be able to try to solve. That 2 minutes will help you to understand the logic better, and therefore better. Check explanatory answer. Now, once you got the method or once you know how to solve it, it's not enough. You have to keep on searching for better method. First way to search for better method is look at the explanatory answer. See, is there a better way of solving the sum given out to you? So go to the explanatory answer and try to solve. Then again go back to the question and try to search for better methods. See if you can get a good method for the question. Okay, possible. Because as I said, alternate methods is very important. Here, if possible, and if you have a friend circle, take the help of some friend. So maybe what you can do is, one good way is, if two friends are together, two or more friends, you all can discuss saying we'll solve these 5 to 10 questions. So both of them will solve 5 to 10 questions. If someone gets a better method, they can discuss with the other. So automatically you can learn from others, and if you get a good method, you can teach others, which will reinforce the method for you. Okay, so that should help. Okay, and once you finish it, check whether your marking was correct. The easy, medium, tough marking, check whether it was correct. And if it's wrong, revisit your whole selection criteria, because selection is very important. So try to follow this. The moment you follow this, your practice will take care of itself. So normally this whole process should not take more than 6 minutes or so. So first 10 seconds or 15 seconds on selection. Okay, 2 minutes without pen, maybe 2 minutes with pen. And if you don't get the answer within 2 minutes with pen, go to the explanatory answer. Okay, maybe around half a minute or 1 minute, and then maybe 1 or 2 minutes to look at for alternate methods. So around 6 to 7 minutes per question. So if you take maximum 6 minutes per question, in 1 hour you'll be able to solve 10 to 12 questions. This is like a good bet. Don't try to go for quantity while practicing. Okay, focus on quality, focus on learning, and that is what is going to help you more. Right. I hope this helps you to understand how do you practice con sections. Pick up questions from the mocks, those are a good source of questions, and try to practice. That should help you to improve. Okay, this is okay. Check where your marking was wrong. The same thing, and revisit your selection criteria. Thank you.